you're the white Christian nationalist that works for the Jews. But, if you're Matt Walsh, it's like, it's just too much to fucking handle in the fucking brain, dude. I'm not going to stop picking on Matt. Matt, you're a Catholic. Wake the fuck up, bro.
Ian Carroll has responded to Matt Walsh tweeting about the conspiracy surrounding the recent White House shooting. We have 4 clips of him going after Walsh for you today, and here's the first where Carroll reads out Walsh's tweet and gives his thoughts.
But at least Matt Walsh is convinced. He posted a super snobby post about it all because Matt is so clever and so smart. He says, I'm officially convinced it was a hoax. The Trump administration recruited a leftist Kamala Harris voting Trump hater to participate in a staged assassination that would include the shooter getting shot. He wasn't shot. Shot at. And then locked in federal prison for the rest of his life. The Kamala Harris voter agreed to this plan that works against his political and personal interests because he's just like a really generous guy. Meanwhile, the Trump administration, despite dastardly planning multiple assassination hoaxes, decided to keep their patsy alive and a permanent liability to them, rather than just killing him like they could have easily done. They did this because they also are really strangely generous in a very odd and specific way. So in summary, we have a plot where all parties involved are working against their own interests with no real discernible benefit to any of them. There is no evidence of this plan, and it doesn't even make any intuitive sense, and the motives for everyone are unclear, if not insane. But still, I believe it because I'm a very smart person. Oof. I actually didn't realize that was how he ended it because that's funny. Matt, just because you aren't capable of thinking in greater conceptual depth or thinking of plans more complex than like a game of checkers doesn't mean that other people can't play chess. It doesn't mean that other people can't think more critically than you. And the same is true for me. I'm not that smart, but it's easy enough for me to realize, Matt, that not all patsies know that they are patsies. Maybe he's so unstable that you could actually just create a fake friend on a Discord that is faceless and then just become friends with him and then encourage and support his thinking becoming more and more extremified in whatever direction you want. Not hard to do. I could do it. You could do it. Well, you probably couldn't do it, Matt, because you're not apparently all that creative or smart. But just to clear it up, Matt, you're arguing against a thing that no one's arguing because, to be fair, we should probably move on because speaking of people working against their own interests, you're the white Christian nationalist that works for the Jews. Literally Ben Shapiro's lapdog on a leash. Working against your own interests every single day. They hate you. They hate your country. They hate your religion. And they're actively working to destroy it. And I know, Ben seems like a really nice guy to you. He's not, Matt. He's not.
Later in the episode, Ian brings up Matt while talking about the allegedly coordinated response to this shooting. Let's have a look.
So we're all snickering about how we were almost shot. It's all very funny. It's all great. And yeah, I mean, you could take a still frame out of anywhere, but it's a little funny that it's just so funny. This is where it gets really fucking weird though. Matt, Matt, I'll stop picking on you. Matt. You've got enough problems in your life as it is. I'm trying to think of it. I'm not going to stop picking on Matt. Matt, you're a Catholic. Wake the fuck up, bro.
Ian goes on to talk about how influencers are influenced by other creators. They get together in group chats and invite each other to influencer events, and that's how consensus is created in the media space. And he brings this back to Matt Walsh and Ben Shapiro.
But you have to be careful about these things. You have to think, like, what is the influence from this vector? And I think that a lot of these people just don't think a whole lot. Matt? Right, Matt? Because if you don't think a whole lot about the system that you're a part of, it's easy to pretend that like, hey, these are just all my friends and they're just regular people. We're all just having a good time having access to the White House and having access to the politicians and shilling for the American empire, for the military-industrial complex, for the wars. We're just all friends, just doing what friends do, right? And so don't come after my friends, bro. We're just regular people, right? right, bro? Matt, you work at this company. You work with them every day. You're just all friends. Just ignore how he really feels about you and your religion, how he really treats you and your religion. Right, Matt? So it's easy to understand how people that don't think very hard would just not even exactly realize what it is they're doing in these group chats.
Ian takes one more shot at Matt Walsh later in the stream. He does not let up. This is just a small one, but I thought it was kind of funny.
Pieces of this have been floating around for quite some time. But, you know, if you're Matt Walsh, it's like, it's just too much to fucking handle in the fucking brain, dude. Oh, it's just a lot to handle, bro. I understand. I'm tired. I understand. It is a lot. But try to keep up.
So Matt Walsh is obviously pretty sick of the conspiracy thinking regarding the White House shooting, and Ian Carroll responded calling him an idiot who is too stupid to understand what Ian is talking about, and claimed he is working for someone who hates Matt and hates his religion. Let me know in the comments who you think is right here and who is in the wrong, and let me know what you think about the White House shooting in general, if you have anything to say on that topic. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe for more content.
Wake the fuck up, bro.